The Sharks have a golden opportunity with the draft quickly approaching. One player is paving his way to the #1 overall selection. How big of an impact would he have on this team, and where does he fit? We're going to break all that down coming up on this episode of Sharks Digest. But before we get into it, we got a word from our sponsor, Hot Takes. We are excited to announce we have a March Madness challenge for the channel. We had partnered with the HotTakes app and other Digest media channels for this competition. All you need to do, download the HotTakes app, hit the March Madness banner at the top of your screen, go down to groups, find Digest Media Pool, and join that to enter. There's $25,000 in prizes here. The pool is smaller than others, so you actually will have a chance to win some real money. Once you're on the app, you can scan the QR code on the screen or use code DIGEST, all caps DIGEST, for some exclusive rewards when you sign up. If you have any issues with signing up, there will be a pinned comment and in the description with an email there so we can help you out with signing up. The contest does start on March 16th and you're not going to want to miss out, so get in as soon as possible. And we're super excited to be partnering up with the Hot Takes app here, and we'll see you guys all in the March Madness Challenge. And once again, a huge shout out to Hot Takes for sponsoring this video. Make sure to go down below, join the March Madness Challenge with everybody here on the Digest Media Network. But with that said, we gotta jump right into this Sharks news. And before we get into a little bit about Michael Misa, we got a great quote from Warsofsky on Kostin here. This quote comes from Sheng Peng in his recent article talking about Vinny Desharnais and Kostin's relationship. That will be link down below. Make sure to go check out his article. Always great articles coming from Sheng Peng. But we're getting into this quote here from Warsofsky. This is what he had to say about Kostin. He said, he's a great kid. He cares so much, wants to win. I think he's got extreme potential to be one of the better players in this league. As far as a power forward, you're looking at a guy that's big. He's got skill. He can skate. He's physical. He takes time and space away from people. He creates space for his line mates. This is a great quote from Warsofsky here, talking about Kostin. This is a guy who we haven't really talked about a lot here, at least myself, I haven't, but this is a guy who has been impressing. Yes, his numbers may not jump off at the page at you. He only has 7 points in 30 games, but it's the stuff that he does, like Warsofsky says here, like winning those board battles, like just being a big physical presence, creating space for his teammates on the ice, whether it's parking his body in front of the net. We've seen him done that multiple times this season because that's just the type of player he is. And, you know, maybe Warsofsky is going a little bit too far saying he has potential to be one of the better players in this league. I think he definitely has potential to be a very solid player in this league. I think he can be a bottom 6 guys for the future of this San Jose Sharks team. I believe he is about 25, 26 years old, around there at this point. But you know, I think he definitely, if he keeps doing what he's doing and being the player he is in that power forward role, he'll definitely be utilized here in this lineup. And if we take a look at where he is right now, he is on that right wing with Ty Dellandrea. He does play center as well, so we can see him shift into that center role from time to time this season. But I think this is a player that needs to be highlighted because, like I've said multiple times, if you've been watching our channel regularly, I've been saying the power forward art is dying in the NHL. So having these young players that do play with that little bit of extra grit, but can also put some points up and they know how to get around the ice to set up positions for the team to score. I think this is what we got with Kostin here, and I like this guy's play, and I think there's definitely a place for him in this lineup for the time being. And I think as the bottom 6 develops and as we get some more guys who can generate more offense down that bottom 6, those numbers will continue to climb for Kostin. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Kostin. How do you think his game's been so far this season? I'd love to hear your guys' conversation on that down below in the comment section. But we're going to get into the main reason why everybody's here to this video, and that's Michael Misa. And yes, we did a video probably been a month ago now, teeing up the top 3 prospects and who was looking to be #1 at that point in time. But right now, in my eyes, Michael Misa is the clear overall #1 pick in this upcoming draft. And I'm going to talk about why, and if we just take a look at why we're talking about this, it's because the San Jose Sharks, unfortunately, are last in the league right now, and they do have the best shot at getting the number 1 overall pick, which is the good news. Yes, it sucks that we're losing games, but we are stealing wins every now and then, and I think with a developing team, getting another number 1 overall pick guy is definitely going to be great for us, and I think it's only a matter of time before our team starts to click and start going. I mean, we just seen what Montreal went through. They probably went through about a 3 to 4 year build for their team. So I think that's what we're looking at for San Jose now. I think we're maybe on the 2 more year battle here before we start competing, and that all starts with going out and getting a number 1 overall selection like Michael Misa. And I know Michael Misa has been the talk of the town really around the entire league about how this guy could steal the number 1 overall selection. I think he will if Mike Grier goes after, because if you look at him, he's 6'1", he's 185, he does play a little bit smaller than what he actually is listed on his height, and that's what a lot of people's criticism is of him, is he plays like a small player. But I think the art of the small player is working in the NHL today. I mean, there's so many people like Connor Bedard, Cole Caulfield, the list goes on with small players being successful in the NHL today. I mean, the notable one being Patty Kane. Obviously, that was a big criticism of him, and he lit up the league in his day and still continues to do it today. So I think the height and size thing isn't really a big thing in the league anymore. Obviously, this guy's coming out of Oakville, Ontario, playing with the Saginaw Spirit right now, where he's putting up some insane numbers. Right now, the draft projection, they are saying that he will be in the top 3, and a lot of scouts are saying he could be the one to be hear his name called at number 1 in Los Angeles this year. And this is all from a Hockey Writers article. If you want to check out that article and read fully in depth on Michael Misa, it will be down below in the description. But going on here, we're still talking about Michael Misa. Like I said, a lot of people are ranking him in the top 3, top 4, even one scouting network putting him in that first overall position. I am personally putting him in that first overall position, because I think this guy is an incredible two-way center. That's what you're getting here with Michael Misa. It's a guy who can go out there and light it up on the stat sheet, but he plays more like a Mitch Marner, like an Austin Matthews, like a Patrice Bergeron, where he can win the faceoffs, he can get it done defensively, he's a good forechecker. We're seeing this proven time and time again with Michael Misa, and we do get a word from one scout here in this article, and this is what he actually had to say about Michael Misa. It's a big quote here, but we're going to get through it quickly. He says he's a generational talent with game-breaking ability. He's an outstanding offensive force. They also say he's makes everybody around him better, which is great to hear. His high-end hockey IQ vision allows him to process plays before they even happen. They also say he's able to thread passes through traffic with precision. So far this season, he has shown a strong ability to finish. And to finish as well. He's scoring goals at a high rate. He's quick, accurate release. He finds corners clearly and beats goaltenders, and he has great dangling skills where he gets through defenders to create scoring chances for his team. And those are all great things to me if you're talking about Michael Misa. I think having a player with such high offensive upside and can also get it done defensively on the other side of the puck is huge, especially in the San Jose Sharks. And this is why I think that the San Jose Sharks should draft him. Yes, I know a lot of you guys in the comment section are saying right now, we already have our number 1 center in Macklin Celebrini, but what hurts with bringing in the best player available here at the draft in Michael Misa? It doesn't hurt you at all. You have a great 1 and 2 center, then you can even try testing out one of these guys on the wing, and then they can move back to center if they want. I mean, we've seen that with William Nylander. He started out as a center in juniors, and now he's one of the best wingers in the league. We could see that happen, but I think with Michael Misa here, he has a very, very high potential, and that potential to be a generational talent and a player that will impact not just the team he is drafted to, but the league in general. I mean, if we just bring up this guy's stats here, we just take a look. He right now, yeah, you're looking at that right. He has 124 points in 60 games for the Saginaw Spirit. That is over 2 points per game. Yes, that's 2 points per game. He has 58 goals, 66 assists. So he's very even. He's a great playmaker. Like they said in that quote from FC Hockey, that he can thread passes, but he can also score. And we're seeing that with his stat line. He is projected to end the season with 135 points in the OHL. Those are some insane stats. If you look at the year-to-year improvement from Michael Misa, he's going from 75 points to 124 points, and the season isn't even over yet for the OHL. So I think this guy, just looking at the numbers from year to year here, the improvements he has had, and just the improvement to his game by scoring more goals, getting more assists, but also, you know, bringing that defensive edge as well, is the reason why he will go number one here. And I know a lot of scouts are maybe saying to their GMs that, you know, he is plays a little bit small. Maybe that's not something we're looking for. Or maybe they're going to them and saying, hey, this guy is having a crazy improvement right now. He is red hot. He is carrying the Saginaw Spirit, which, you know, our boy Chernyshov is actually on the Saginaw Spirit. So it's a teammate for him that we know that could work out maybe potentially if we do see Michael Misa in a San Jose Sharks uniform. And just to jump back, a screenshot that I jumped over, these are his strengths. You can pause the video, look at it. But I do think that Michael Misa will be the guy for the San Jose Sharks when the draft comes. And if they do win the lottery, I do think this guy will go number one overall to the San Jose Sharks. But in the event where the San Jose Sharks don't come out of draft lottery night with the number one overall pick, maybe they have the second, maybe they have the third, Michael Misa could be a guy that could fall to the second pick, that could fall to the third round pick. So if I'm going into this draft as Mike Grier, I think Michael Misa is very high on my radar, and throughout the rest of this season and into the summer, we are going to bring you in-depth analysis on who the Sharks will bring in at the draft. But right now, my money's on Michael Misa. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on that down below in the comment section. If you're Mike Grier on draft night, who are you picking? Let us know down below in the comment section. If you don't want to miss out on anything surrounding the Sharks, make sure to comment below and hit that subscribe button. But as always, I've been your host, KC. We'll catch you in the next one.